Alright guys, the first thing we do is verify the complaint. Alright, I'm going to get inside of here and put the key in the on position and step on the brakes. Siri's going to go in the back and check to see what lights come on. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we had to cover up the license plate. Alright, let's check this out. Now, third brake light is up here, and the brake lights, the bottom ones, is on the outside. Not the tailgate, on the outside. Alright, so. Dang it, I forgot the key.
Really?
I know. I was just at the door doing the video. Why not have the key with me? On. Stepped on the brakes.
Alright, we see the third brake light.
That's it?
Yep.
Alright, what I'm going to do is cut on the parking lights.
Oh. Yeah?
Okay, now I'm going to step on the brakes.
Nope.
But still the third brake light.
Yep.
Alright guys, we'll be right back. Alright guys, now the first thing we're going to do is check the fuses. Why we're going to do that? We got a third brake light on already. The reason being is that some vehicles, not just some, a lot of vehicles has a separate fuse for the third brake light, the regular brake lights, and some even have it separate. Left brake light, right brake light, and third brake light. So we have no idea what this system calls, what the system has. So the best thing to do is go over here to the fuse box. Now your fuse box is located right over here, which is also called, instead of a fuse box now, they want to get technical with it. They want to call it a power distribution center. That's what they call it. All right, it's held on by 3 tabs. You got the 3 tabs, and it's got a little picture on here with a little lock. And what that picture means is to unlock it, push the tab in this way. So you're going to have 3. And it has a nice little picture of a diagram of a fuse. Look at that. And an electrical shock thing, like flash. No, flash don't have it like that, do they? All right. So what you want to do? You got 3 tabs. You want to on the side. You push this tab in, and it's kind of hard to push in. You got to push it in and pick it up. You got to do all 3 sides. This one over here, man, what the heck? Okay, and get this up. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're looking at the what's they call that? The legend here, and up here we notice we have.
Hold on, I'm just getting a shadow. Can you like? Well, then I'm gonna get your shadow.
No, I'm gonna stand to the side.
Okay.
Over here we have the right. That's trailer. That's for trailer, and there's the left trailer. So we're not looking for that one. The left trailer stop. The right trailer, see what I mean? How they separate things, but this is just for the trailer. So we're gonna look around here. There's left park, right park, trailer park, trailer park. Get it? Get it, guys? All right, here we go. Here we go right here. Trailer backup, stop lamp, the relays, and we have 1 stop lamp fuse. So we don't see one for right left, which is weird. So the fuse got to be good if I'm getting it from the third brake light. But you know, anyway, let's check it anyway. Let's pull out, get your test light. I'm gonna be using my power probe, and let's check that fuse. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, got my power probe. Let's hook it up. My negative, I'm gonna hook right up over here, and use this for jumping the vehicle as well. The positive is gonna be right here. Flip the cover over, and connected, and I hear we got power. All right, now let's check this fuse right here. Okay, now that's a sign. If you can see the light up on there, can you see that?
Yeah, the red one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's positive, and it says 12 volts. You're looking at it upside down. Now let's go to the other side. Oh, it did it for 1 second, then it went out. Alright guys, dang it, I forgot the needle nose. Alright guys, let me go get a pair of needle nose or something. Oh, never mind. These things, I never have luck with these things. Fuse pulls. Huh. Let's turn this around thinking. I don't know how you're gonna.
What am I looking for?
You're looking on the inside. On the inside, there is a filament that goes around. You want to see if that filament's broken.
Oh yeah. I don't think we can see that. Maybe.
You know, we're gonna get us a better background on it. All right, guys, we'll be right back. All right, guys, I got my light behind it. See if you can get a better look at this.
I'm trying. It's just blurry.
If you can't, then that's okay.
You can see a burn mark.
If you can see that,
Somewhat see the filament.
if you can see that burn mark, then that's where it's burnt at.
Wait a minute, I'm getting something now. Okay, we see it.
Okay, you see that filament supposed to go up like a roller coaster, come back down and connect to the other side. But right on the top of that hill on the roller coaster, there's a burn mark, which means there was an accident. So that's where it burnt out at. So we're going to get us another fuse and test this out. We'll be right back. Alright guys, now notice these fuses are a little different than the average fuses that you normally have in a vehicle. There's these really mini ones. Then there's these. And then there's the bigger ones. We don't have these. But if you don't have them, don't fear. You can use these. If you notice, the filament and everything is the exact same length apart from each other. And when they go down there and lock in, this one's going to stick up a little bit, but it'll be easier to take out as well. Now, if you take a look at that one, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that one pretty good. This one is very easy. You can see the filament in it. Now, it doesn't matter. Nothing's going to happen if you use this fuse. It's not going to cause no fire or anything because it's still a 10 amp. Now, if you want to go ahead and try to be smart and stick a 15 or 20 amp in there, then you're going to take a chance of burning the wires and causing a fire. So do not do that. Stay with the same amperage that you took out. So let's go put this in the vehicle. And I don't think it'll work, man, because I don't see. We got the third brake light coming on. I don't know. Let's go put it in. Check it out. We'll be right back. Oh. Alright guys, here we go. We got our 10 amp fuse, and just like I said, see how these are low? Now when I put this one in, it should stick higher. And what we're going to do is listen for it to see if this fuse will pop. If it pops, then I know we got something shorted, maybe a bulb on the lights in the back. Dang, they make these. That's why they put those.
Crooked.
Yeah, I know. Heck. That better?
Still crooked.
Dang it. What the heck? I hate this thing. You know what? Guys, let me go get me a needle nose. Be right back. Alright guys, got my needle nose. They sitting there better. Sit down there. Okay. Now, just like I said, it sets up a little bit, but it's okay. Alright, let's go check our fuse, check our brake lights, and we'll be right back.
Alright, so we're in the back of the vehicle right now. Okay, step on the brakes. Alright, we see them on. It's on the outside only, right?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'll show it better. That one's on. Okay, they're on.
Cool. Alright guys, what I'm going to do now, I'm stepping on the brakes off and on. Just to see, make sure everything stays good. Sometimes, you know, guys, you're gonna get people out there saying, well, there's got to be a reason why the fuse blew. So then they want to spend another $100 of your money diagnosing a problem that ain't even there. Just the fuse. Put the fuse in, give it to the customer. If the problem happens again, then we come back and we know there's something's going on. All right, that was cool. That's done.